In the heart of Sharpsburg, Maryland, standing quietly near the blood-soaked fields of Antietam, lies a small chapel with a colossal legacy. A place where faith meant freedom, where former slaves became leaders, and where education became a weapon against oppression. Welcome to Tolson's Chapel, one of the most significant yet overlooked landmarks of Reconstruction. After the Civil War, African Americans fought to build independent lives. Churches, schools, and cemeteries weren't just institutions. They were battlegrounds for freedom. Tolson's Chapel is one of those places where Black men and women claimed their rights, their faith, and their futures. In 1865, Reverend John R. Tolson, a Black Methodist preacher, founded a congregation in Sharpsburg. Just a year later, the congregation built Tolson's Chapel, a sanctuary for worship, education, and community organizing. Before the Civil War, Black worshipers were often forced to sit in segregated church pews, excluded from leadership, but here they could lead and worship freely. But Tolson's Chapel was more than just a church. It became a school, a place where former slaves, once forbidden to read and write, could finally gain the education they had been denied. Northern teachers sent by the Freedmen's Bureau held classes right here, using the very chalkboard made of liquid slate. Imagine being a child, sitting on these wooden pews, learning to spell your name for the first time. In 1868 and 1869, students as young as 8 studied reading, writing, and arithmetic. Some had already taught themselves to read in secret. People like David B. Simmons, born into slavery but freed at 21, helped push for education and later became a teacher himself. Education was just one battle. Burial was another. Black Americans weren't always allowed to be laid to rest in white cemeteries, so churches like Tolson's Chapel created their own. Here lies the graves of those who built this community, like Hillary and Christina Watson, a couple born into slavery who later owned land and worked tirelessly to sustain this church and its school. What makes Tolson's Chapel unique is its role in self-governance. As part of the all-Black Washington Conference of the Methodist Episcopal Church, its members could be preachers, trustees, and leaders, positions that had been denied to them just years earlier. Like many rural Black churches, Tolson's Chapel saw a decline in membership in the 20th century. Sharpsburg was home to approximately 85 African Americans by the 1930s, including farm laborers, shopkeepers, housekeepers, and several skilled house carpenters. However, employment opportunities for the young led many to the city of Hagerstown, a scenario repeated in the rural towns throughout Washington County. As the elderly who remained passed away, the congregation at Tolson's Chapel dwindled. By the 1950s, families had moved away. The last surviving member, Virginia Cook, passed in 1996, and the church was deconsecrated in 1998. But the story doesn't end there. Thanks to the preservation efforts, Tolson's Chapel was designated a National Historic Landmark in 2021. Today, it stands as a testament to the resilience of African Americans who fought for faith, education, and dignity in the aftermath of slavery. Tolson's Chapel isn't just a building, it's a symbol of Black strength, a symbol of education as liberation, and a symbol of a past that still echoes in the present. We must remember places like this because forgetting them means erasing the struggles and the triumphs of those who came before us. Thank you for watching, and if you found this story as powerful as I did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment. Should more Reconstruction era sites get recognition? Let's talk about it.